Some people may ask, is the dress code sexist? If so, how do we go about changing it for the better? This is what I will be exploring in my speech. Topic: explaining how the dress code is sexist and how it can be changed. The reason to listen is that it doesn't just affect you, but your future generations. A credit is that my siblings have been objected to the dress code. Specific general purpose to persuade, specific purpose to persuade my audience about the sexism of the school dress code and to abolish it. Problem cause, solution, opposition. Today we will be looking at the problems of sexism of the school dress code, the cause, which is the school district, the solution of abolishing the school dress code or making it equal, and explaining how those who oppose the solution might be biased. Key main points. Definition. What is it? What does it mean? Transition. Differences of male and females. Or transition problem cause, school gender bias.
This one lasted a long time.
Or transition problem / cause, school gender bias. Difference. What is the difference between male and female policy? Transition, effects on others. Or transition cause / solution, school bias and abolishing school dress code. Effect, how does it affect people? How can it affect you? Transition, change on others. Change, has it changed in other places? Is it still the same? What would happen if we changed it? This would be review and preview. Brief review of the definition of the dress code. Explain the differences between male and female policy. Explain the effect it has on the people, explaining its difference in other countries, or what would happen if we change it. What is the definition of the dress code? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the school dress code is formally or socially imposed standards of dress. An example, the school imposed a new dress code that forbids students from wearing jeans. This is important to know, as you need to know what the definition of the dress code is in order to get more involved into it. What is the school dress code in New Jersey? The school dress code in New Jersey, this is something I will be exploring further into my speech, but there will be there are different variations depending on what place you're in, and the school New Jersey dress code changes every year or changes throughout time depending on circumstances of the social status currently. Some examples are not being able to wear hats and not being able to wear shorts up to past your finger length. Male versus female dress code policy. The restrictions and severity of the dress code vary widely across the states. 22, which some have formed a law granting local districts the power to establish these rules according to Education Commission of States. In the U.S., over half of public schools have dress codes which frequently outline gender-specific policies. Some administrations see these distinctions as necessary because of the different ways in which girls and boys dress. In many cases, however, female-specific policies account for a discordant number of attire rules included in the school handbook by www.atlantic.com Education Archive. This is important to know because it shows that over time, more and more schools have dedicated their time to more female-presenting bodies. And there have been bias towards female-presenting bodies, such as not being able to wear tank tops, while male-presenting bodies can wear tank tops, considering that it is too distracting. How do dress codes affect the LGBTQ community and others? According to the Brookdale database from Eric, from banning of natural and traditional African American hairstyles, as well as sections, multicolored cuts, and unique hairstyles, to the polishing of female bodies, the reality is that the dress code violations disproportionately disadvantage minority students, including students of color, LGBTQ students, and and females, and remove some gender neutral policies, such as not being able to accommodate to people who are trans or people who are non-binary. How does the dress code encourage sexism and racism? Like said before, some of the policies make it so that females are more targeted as males are more laid back. There will be some people who will focus mainly on the female body because it is quote unquote too distracting, while male bodies can show anything around because they care less and because of general social gender biases that females should be less distracting. And it is more disencouraging when it comes from a teacher. This is something I will be further explaining in my speech. What is the dress code in other places? Is it still racist or sexist? In some places, no. There are definitely some other places that are definitely more sexist and racist, but an example of this that I explained further in my speech is Philadelphia, which not only encourages people to wear different styles of hairstyles as well as expressing their gender identity through whatever place that they want. They do not allow discrimination of any kind. And this is something that I will be further explaining in my speech. Now, what have you learned from the dress code? Do you believe in the dress code bias? Have your views changed? Take a moment to unlearn your bias of the school dress code.